name's Ashley Rice.
I'm Lowell Rice.
And welcome to my YouTube channel. Okay, you guys, I think we're both really excited. We've been trying to get this video out for a while now, and it's finally happening. We are going to be trying some So Delicious oat milk ice cream, and I'm super excited. We actually have 3 different flavors that we're going to be trying out for you guys today. One is the caramel apple crumble.
And this one's the oatmeal cookie.
And then this one is the peanut butter raspberry.
And I find it interesting that they're kind of choosing the flavors based on which milk it goes with it. So all 3 of these are kind of things that would go well with oats.
Oh yeah.
And that's, I think, a very good intentional choice on their part.
And these guys are certified B Corporation. They're obviously vegan. They're also gluten-free, parb, and non-GMO. It still does contain coconut, even though this is oat milk. And it also is produced in a facility that processes soy, wheat, peanuts, and other tree nuts.
They have a long thing that basically amounts to, we thoroughly clean our equipment as much as possible. It's all still in the same facility, but they do make as good a job as they can of cleaning it. So for the oatmeal cookie, it has on the side OatMG. Chewy oatmeal cookie dough with sweet brown sugar and a hint of cinnamon are blended in our oh-so-smooth oat milk frozen dessert. It's a batch made in heaven.
And the caramel apple crumble says, let's get ready to crumble. Apple, cinnamon, and brown sugar combine with a caramel swirl and creamy oat milk frozen dessert. Your taste buds will live happily ever after. The puns are on point.
It's good stuff. And the peanut butter raspberry says, get your jam on. Smooth peanut butter and juicy black raspberries blended in our creamy oatmeal frozen dessert. It's feel like a kid again delicious.
For the caramel apple crumble, one serving size is 2/3 cup. You are getting 230 calories. Total fat is 10 grams. Sodium is 85 milligrams. Total carb is 36 grams, which is 13% of your daily value. Dietary fiber is less than 1 gram. Total sugars are 25 grams. 23 of that is added, which is 46% of your daily value. Protein, you are getting 1 gram and 2% of your daily value of iron.
For the oatmeal cookie, it's 250 calories a serving, 12 grams of fat, 75 milligrams of sodium, 36 grams of carbs, 1 gram of fiber, 23 grams of total sugar, 22 of that is added sugar, 2 grams of protein, 2% of your daily value of calcium, 4% of iron, and 2% of potassium. And lastly, we have the peanut butter raspberry, 250 calories, 14 grams of fat, 80 milligrams of sodium, 30 grams of total carbs, 1 gram of dietary fiber, 20 grams of total sugars, all of that added, 3 grams of protein, 4% of your daily value of iron, and 2% of potassium.
So this is very much a sugary dessert. So we'll see. It's going to be real sweet.
These are vegan, but they are not health foods.
No, of course not. What should we start with?
Well, you've already got that one open. Let's start with the caramel apple crunch.
Boop. It's definitely very caramely.
Very smooth.
I think I might have just bitten into an apple. I can't tell because the flavors are all beautifully blended, but I think there might be tiny little chunks of apple.
So yeah, it's almost like they took like apple crisp and a caramel apple and whipped it all together with some of the creamy oat milk stuff.
Perfect for the fall.
The texture is very good, very creamy. When they were bragging about that on all of the boxes or on all the containers, like, that was no boast. Like, they know what they're about. It's very creamy.
How would you compare this to, like, your normal types of ice cream, like Kemp's?
Honestly, oat milk is one that tricks my taste buds a little more often than not. I don't know that I would notice this right off, since oat doesn't have super strong taste on its own. And since you're already expecting oat flavor in a apple crisp-ish kind of thing, then that basically covers any non-dairy milk flavor that you would have in this.
Guys, this is really great, and I honestly do think this will be perfect for the fall. We usually make apple crisp in the fall, and so like this is like perfect.
Alright, let's get the one that you're not as excited for out of the way.
Here's the thing, I'm really excited for the raspberry part, but the peanut butter, I'm just not in the mood for peanut butter today. And me and peanut butter are just really weird. Like, sometimes I'm really in the mood for peanut butter, most of the time I'm not. Ooh, very fun. Hopefully you guys can see there's a little bit of pinking. I think you can see it if I cover it up a teensy bit. I'm gonna take from that part.
Yeah, I guess I'll try and take from the middle a little. Ooh.
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 Wait, we gotta show that. We gotta show that.
That is
That's like what I just like scooped out.
very raspberry in there.
And most likely the raspberry is just acting as the jam. This is really just like peanut butter and jelly. Ooh, you took a lot.
I mean, I like ice cream.
Okay, here we go. Very strong raspberry, also very strong peanut butter.
That is straight up like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Especially the aftertaste.
That's interesting. That's like so perfectly that taste.
Mm-hmm.
But again, having a grain as the base milk makes it so that that kind of replaces the bread in a peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
That is very true. Yeah, since I'm not really in the mood for peanut butter, I would just call this one so-so, but I still enjoy it. And I think it's a really good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And because there's so much added sugar, it really does get the sugariness of the jam down really well.
And the peanut butter is a good amount. It's not enough to stick up your mouth, but it's definitely like there, and you get a little bit of the mouthfeel of it.
It's also not a saltier peanut butter. I know there are saltier versions and like more sweet versions. This one's definitely more sweet.
Yeah, there's like layers of peanut butter occasionally, or not even layers, just like little veins of peanut butter running through it.
I would say if you love peanut butter, definitely check out this one. I think you would really, really enjoy it.
Shall we do the last one?
We shall do the last one. Oatmeal cookies, yes! This is a good one to save for last.
Ooh, it's got chunks in it again.
It does.
You can get one of those chunks.
Yeah. Boop. Straight up.
Yeah, that little bit of cinnamon in there. Yeah, and I'm getting the creaminess of the ice cream itself a lot more in this one than with the other two.
Is this chocolate chunks? What are these?
I don't know if it's chocolate. There is cocoa in this. And molasses.
You don't really taste any chocolate, but you do feel the little like chocolate chunks. It's as if they poured that like chocolate shell guy on there, a very thin layer, and then broke it up and mixed it in.
There are raisins in this too.
It's oatmeal raisin?
It's an oatmeal raisin cookie ice cream.
It just said oatmeal cookie. Didn't say anything about raisins. Where is a raisin?
I think they're broken up a little bit, so it's not whole raisins. I think that's what those little flecks throughout are.
I think I see it.
They got both chocolate and raisins in this.
This is like one bomb oatmeal cookie.
It's like your one friend who really knows how to bake came in and brought it to a party.
Yeah, it is. There's also, I wonder if they got little bits of oats in there too, because you know when you bite into an oatmeal cookie, you get those like oat flakes. You're getting that a little bit with this ice cream as well.
Yeah, there's just rolled oats in addition to the oat milk.
I love how they did this because like they very much tried to make it seem like the actual food. You're just getting it in ice cream form. And it's like good as an ice cream.
So, of these three, how would you rank them?
So I'm going to put the peanut butter and raspberry last, only because I'm not a big fan of peanut butter and I'm not in the mood for it. However, I'm really weird and sometimes I'm really in the mood for peanut butter and I think that would bump up to number one if that was the case. So I think if you're a huge peanut butter lover, I think that would be your number one. And for those days, I really do think it would honestly jump all the way up there. But for today, it is number 3. I think I would put caramel apple crumble second. And then I think I would do oatmeal cookie third. I think I really like how they did this one. This one shocks me and surprised me the most. And it's really, really yummy.
I think I would put the peanut butter raspberry third for myself too. And between these other two, it's a hard call.
Well, I think what's hard about it is they both have like fruitiness to it. They both have cinnamon. They both have oatness to it. And so it's just depends on which one you're really craving that day. I think this one's less sweet and just more complex, and that's why I go towards the oatmeal cookie versus the caramel apple crumble, because the caramel apple crumble, very great for fall, like I was saying, but I think it's a lot sweeter.
I think I was really liking the tiny bits of chocolate in the oatmeal cookie, and I think that's going to push it to the top for me today.
I do think I still love their coconut ones a little bit better, but I like coconut, and that is why. If you do not like coconut, this is a way better option for you. It's so good. It still contains coconut, obviously, but I haven't tasted coconut in any of these. But I just really like the lightness of the coconut ice cream, so if you're looking for something lighter and you like coconut, I think those ones are better. But I think these ones are more like actual dairy ice cream.
Yeah, the creaminess is really good on these.
It's really on point.
One thing I thought was interesting is all these do have some pea protein in them as well.
Oh, very cool. One thing I will say is very much a personal thing, but they do have those like cinnamon swirls. Like this whole chunk on here is a cinnamon swirl. I'm not a big fan of that.
I love those.
I just don't like it because it's too much all at once. Like I wish it was just dispersed throughout the whole entire ice cream. So that being said, if you're someone who you really like them, like Lowell, both of these have them. The ones we're eating now, the 2 cinnamon ones.
It's not just cinnamon, it's like a clump of brown sugar and cinnamon.
Kind of like how they did with the chocolate chunks and the raisins in this. That's how I wish it was all.
The smaller bits?
Yeah. Like, I would be fine if it was smaller bits, but it's when it's giant clumps that I'm like, I don't like it. I think it has to do with texture, because like you're going from the creaminess of ice cream to all of a sudden something that's very grainy and it's a whole ball of it that I don't really like. So I have purposely been avoiding those.
I will steal some out for you.
Yes, please.
My favorite thing is to have large clumps of different bursts of flavor.
See, and even like mint chip ice creams, I prefer when they're like small little chocolate bites rather than those huge chunks of chocolate.
Like the severely blended chocolate
Yes.
shavings almost, rather
Yep.
than chips. Yeah, So Delicious is pretty reliably good. And I was happy to see that they had an oat milk thing because, fun fact, oat milk I believe is the least resource intensive non-dairy milk to produce, at least for US consumers. So it takes the least amount of water to produce the crop in order to get a gallon of it.
Oh, there you go. I actually didn't know that.
Even the worst offender, which I think is almond milk, is still like half of what dairy is. So all of them have a lower environmental impact, but of the already good options, oat milk is the best for US consumers.
But that's it for today, you guys. Let me know in the comments below if you have tried any of their flavors or if you tried any of the other ones. I know these have been out for a while, but they just recently came to our area in our Whole Foods. That's where we found them. So if you have tried them, let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. If you haven't tried them, let me know which of these flavors you think you would like best, because there are some very interesting flavors. Also, if you are new to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you would subscribe and click the little bell that is down below so you can get notified for all my future videos. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know that you want to see more vegan ice cream reviews, and I love doing them. You love doing them, so we would definitely put out more. And other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.